I-A-A, I-A-A, let's go. I-A-A, let's go. I-A-A, hello. I-A-A, hello. I-A-A, let's go. I-A-A.
And now it's time for Student of the Week.
Our first grade student of the week from Miss Regina's class is Jordan. J joins his friends in games. O offers to teach others. R reminds others to be kind and not to worry. D does his best in school. A, aspiring police officer, and N, not afraid to speak up for others. Congratulations, Jordan, on being our first grade student of the week. Our first grade student of the week from Mr. Leal's class is Mira. Mira is an extraordinary young scholar and artist. She respects herself by focusing on her work and by taking chances in her learning. She brightens our days with her energy, creativity, and laughter. She's also very generous. For example, she gives Mr. Leal lots of homemade cookies, colorful notes, woodland objects, and other treats. Thank you, Mira, for sharing your mind and heart with the class and for being our first grade student of the week. Our second grade student of the week from Miss Heather's class is Nori. Nori showed true determination last week. This is one of my favorite things about her. Nori thinks deeply about things and makes a plan that she sticks to. She tackled tough tasks. She wrote up a storm. She wrote so much she needed extra paper. She jumped right into showing large numbers using money and didn't get fooled by tricky addition problems. Nori, you are such a capable, caring, and strong-willed person. I'm so happy that you're a part of our class this year. I just know I will see you blazing a trail out in the world someday. Congratulations on being our second grade student of the week, Nori. Our second grade student of the week in Miss Rose's class is Liam. Liam recently rejoined our classroom after being in remote learning for the first part of the year. After the first moments with us, it was as if he's always been with us. Liam is a rock star, sharing his ideas and showing his thinking and solving math problems. He's adapted to being in the classroom with ease and rolls with changes like it's no big deal. He's a hard worker and so much fun to be around. I'm so excited for the rest of the year. Congratulations, Liam, on being second grade student of the week. Our second grade student of the week from Miss Mary's class is Alina. Our class has been learning what it means to be a successful student, and Alina has been exceptionally successful this week. She is responsible for completing her work and does her homework every night. She always has her desk organized and comes to group with the tools she needs. Alina's hard work will definitely lead her down the path to success. Congratulations on being second grade student of the week, Alina. Our third grade student of the week from Mr. Whitman's class is Alex. Alex is such an amazing artist and friend to so many. She is also a super math whiz and enjoys reading and writing as well. Alex has formed great partnerships during Readers and Writers Workshop. She always has something so creative to share out during our remote learning days. Thanks for being such a great kiddo, Alex, and congratulations on being third grade Student of the Week. Our third grade Student of the Week from Mr. Scott's class is Nico. Give me an N-I-K-O. What's that spell? Nico. Nico is a hardworking, kind, funny, enthusiastic superstar student. He is respectful and is always happy to help out his friends. Nico asks questions in class that allow him a chance to understand something that might be tricky or confusing. By doing this, he is advocating for himself. Congratulations, Nico. Thank you for being a fantastic IA community member who cares about the people in our school. Keep working hard and being kind. And congratulations on being third grade Student of the Week. Our fourth grade Student of the Week from Mr. T's class is Catherine. Catherine's action speaks volumes about the kind of person and student she is. She is always doing what is asked of her and is one of the most respectful students I have ever taught. Her focus and can-do attitude makes her our Student of the Week. Way to go, Catherine, and congratulations on being fourth grade Student of the Week. Our fourth grade Student of the Week in Mr. Mike's class is Sadie. This week, Mr. Mike's class would like to acknowledge Sadie as our Student of the Week. Change can be challenging, and up in fourth grade, we just had a big one. Mr. Mike is back, and Sadie has adapted to the change in a mature and respectful fashion. Sadie has shown perseverance in her schoolwork and kindness as a community member. Thank you for making my first week back in the classroom a great one, Sadie. Keep up the great work, and congratulations on being fourth grade Student of the Week. Our fifth grade Student of the Week from Mr. Courier's class is Issa. Issa is a joy to have in class. Her positive energy lightens up the room. Issa has been hard at work on her mathematics, and I couldn't be more proud of her perseverance and growth mindset. Keep working hard, Issa, and congratulations on being our 5th grade Student of the Week. Our 5th grade Student of the Week from Miss B's class is Noah. Noah shares compliments for the class at our closing circle every day. His creativity shines in his music composition, his artwork, his writing, and even in his math problems. He shares his ideas, and he is a supportive friend. Thank you for sharing your commitment to community and creativity with us, Noah, and for being 5th grade Student of the Week. Our Staff of the Week is Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob to the rescue. He is helping keep our school clean and safe for us all every day. What would we do without you? He helps fix things, gets the right people to come help with leaks, and fixes projector screens. He's a true superhero. Thanks for all you do, Mr. Bob. Keep up the great work, and congratulations on being our Staff of the Week.
Hello IAA and welcome to Friday Town Meeting, and congratulations to our students and our staff member of the week. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Keep rocking and roaring through your day. This week we are excited to have 2 new creature sightings and 1 with a very special guest. So let's take a peek at where these new creatures are hiding.
That's me, Miss Alyssa, with the yellow hat installing Miss Stephanie's 4th grade creatures. This location is pretty recognizable. The 4th grade creatures are now joining the teacher's artwork in the park. I wanted to give you an inside look at installing flags. It's not just tying the fabric up with a bunch of string. There is metal hardware that has to be added to the light post, a bracket for the fabric to hang off of, and lots of attachment points to keep the artwork securely fastened through all types of weather. There are also many mishaps and mistakes throughout an installation before the finished display that you see. I have to make sure the artwork is not upside down, and make sure the ladder is in the correct place. Many tools such as hammers, screwdrivers, scissors, and pliers are involved. Sometimes I have to alter the metal hardware to fit the installation needs. Then right when you think everything is lined up, including the perfect video angle, oops, you have to start all over again. The creatures look nice flying in the wind, but I needed to secure them so they did not get tangled in a big gust of wind. And that means more metal hardware and colorful zip ties. Sometimes I work at really strange angles just to get the display right, but it's all worth it in the end when the installation is up for all to see.
Hi IAA, I found another friend. Come on, let me show you.
That is our creature. Cool toes, neat eyes, smile, and a heart in the middle. Here's a hint of where it is. It's in between the school and onions. Have a nice day.
Just a minute. Well, hello, Mr. Gingerbread. Don't you belong in Miss Holly's class? Thank you, Miss Emily, and thank you to Griffin for showing us where the new creatures are. I can't wait to go on a new creature hunt this week after school one day. Next up, we have another celebration of learning, this time from Mr. Scott's 3rd graders. The 3rd graders have been exploring the idea of perseverance. They have been reading stories from around the world of people who have overcome challenges in their life and thinking about how they persevered through these challenges. The 3rd graders worked on creating their own small moment stories to tell a time in their life that they have persevered. So let's take a sneak peek into Mr. Scott's classroom and see their celebration of learning about perseverance.
We are superstars!
We read books about characters that had to persevere. Perseverance is working through hard things.
Lala was a woman who persevered for herself and the whole world. What is perseverance? Working through something tough and succeeding. Mr. Scott and Miss Piper read Emmanuel's Dream and a non-fiction story of Malala, and Miss Jen and Mr. Scott read Jabari Jumps, which was fiction.
Showed the world that he could ride a bike with one leg. What is perseverance? It's when you are in a tough time. Mr. Scott and Miss Jen read Jabari Jumps. Jabari goes to the water park and he goes on a high dive, and then he was scared, so he said to his dad, I think I need to do some exercising. And then he couldn't do it, so his dad said, hey, you can do it the next day. And then he went the next day. And then he took a deep breath and he believed in himself, and then he jumped off.
We created story maps about the book. Then we created our own small ones, Miss Piper and Miss Jen.
First, the students in Mr. Scott's class wrote on story maps about their I Can Tell You About the Time story. Here's some examples.
Mine is about going to McDonald's and it was closed and going to Starbucks instead.
Mine is about when we lost our cat.
Then we learned how to use Book Creator with Miss Jen.
Then Miss Jen got us on Book Creator. If you don't know what Book Creator is, it's a website that you make books on. We started transferring our stories on story maps to books on Book Creator. Here's some examples.
Here's some examples of our books.
Scarlet and the Putt-Putt Barrel by Scarlett E. Grace. I was 3 years old and I was at a putt-putt course. I was on a bridge. I went too close to the edge of the bridge. I fell off the bridge. Ah! Splash. I noticed that there was a waterfall nearby. Yeah! Dad pulled me up, but I scratched my tummy on an outturned nail. I got a Band-Aid and I started playing golf again, but it still hurt. Ouchies. When I went to preschool the next day, I talked all about it. The end. And then I fell off of
The Fire by Aka. One night I woke up. I heard an alarm coming from the wall. I went downstairs. My mom said that Andre was having fire problems. The firefighters caved in and said we had to get outside. Me and Mom talked to the firefighters. Kaya slept in the car. After about 30 minutes, the firefighters said we could go in. My mom said I could finish my book. I finished my book and went to bed. The end.
The Scrape by Rachel F. Cunningham. I can't wait for PE, I exclaimed. I walked down the stairs to get to PE. As I made it down the stairs, I tripped. Ow, I exclaimed. Ow, I yelled. It hurt so bad. My friend got the teacher. I was crying. The teacher patched up my knee because that was what got hurt. I had to sit PE out, but I learned to look before I walked. The end. Credits, Rachel, almost everything. Miss Jen, the one who let me do this. Scarlett, the friend in the book. Bonus! My drawings are much better on paper, and so is my handwriting. I also forgot to include Mr. Scott as the teacher, earned the credits, and Miss Piper as the one who let me record this. Say hello.
Hello.
I gave Flip. Puppy cat!
The Fire Alarms by Michael. I was making mac and cheese. I put a pot on the stove and turned it on. I left the kitchen to let it boil. Then fire! The fire alarms went off. I felt scared. Ah! There was no water in the pot. Mom put in water in the pot. We turned the stove on again, and the water began to boil. We put the pasta in the boiling water and let it cook. And we had mac and cheese. The end.
My Adventure at the Beach by May. This summer I went to South Hero Beaches. We walked for about 15 minutes down a pebbly road, and then on the right is the beach. We have to climb down an avalanche of boulders to get to the beach part. There are all kinds of things on the boulders, and one time we even found the backbone of some kind of invertebrate. Boy, did it smell bad. The beach is long and has big sections where bits of rock jut out, separating each section. The first time I went there, as I stepped off the last rock and onto the uneven ground, I was so excited that I could hardly wait to put on my sunscreen. I love to swim and explore all the cracks. The ground is littered with rocks, not sand. Since it is hard to walk on, I like to create pathways out of the flat rocks to walk on. I love the beach so much, but there is a but. There are mussels, zebra mussels, a whole universe of them. They are on every rock in the water, and they are so annoying. One time I decided to take my shoes off. Guess what happened? I felt warm, thick liquid, almost like creamy soup brush, run over my foot and onto the rocky ground. I looked down as what had happened came flooding back to me. I had gotten cut. Luckily, we had paper towels. We bandaged up my wound. I had to sit out for a while to recover. Now we bring liquid bandages just in case someone gets hurt. It happens a lot more than you'd expect. But it healed soon enough, and even though we got hurt, I still want to go back next year. The end. I said the end.
By a niece. I shot hoops in the gym. I was with Mr. Scott. I was feeling not excited. I threw the ball. It bounced off the hoop. Mr. Scott said, "Keep trying." I picked the ball up and tried again. It made it in. I kept going until I made 15 shots. The end. By Ophelia. I can tell you about the time I was able to sit in the passenger seat next to my dad when we went to McDonald's. It was closed. We went to our friend's house, but they were not home. Next, we went to Starbucks, where Dad worked on his computer while I sipped my latte. Then we went to get air to jump on the trampolines. We made lunch and we did some reading. Then we ate more. Lunch was over. We were tired and nauseous, so we went home and went to bed. The end. Lost Cat by Aisha Abdul Qadir. Once upon a time we had a cat named Alexis. She had brown fur with tan stripes. She was so cute. I remember Alexis eating, but then my uncle came and he brought so much cool things that I got carried away. It was so much fun, but then I noticed that my uncle left the door open. Then Alexis went out the door. But I was just having too much fun to get up. She crawled out. My brother reminded me it was my turn to take care of Alexis. But I just said, I am older than you. My brother said, fine, but in one condition. What? I said. You help me find Alexis, he said. Okay, fine, I said. We went outside to look for Alexis. We checked in the parking lot, but she was not there. We checked in the forest next to our house, but she was not there. We saw a cat on the street, but it was not Alexis. It was the neighbor's cat. We thought it was Alexis. The next day, I woke up my brother so we can eat breakfast and brush our teeth and change our clothes. Then we went outside, but Alexis wasn't in front of the door. The end.
Narrations by Azalea and Optimally.
Thank you to Mr. Scott's friends for showing us all about what you learned about perseverance and book creator. It looks like a really fun program, and I would love to have an opportunity to create my own story as well. Congratulations to all of you. We are proud of each and every one of you for the work that went into creating your stories. Let's give all of Mr. Scott's friends a big round of applause. And as you move forward in your day, thinking about the idea of perseverance and thinking about a time that you have persevered, or when you come to a challenge, how can you keep working through when things get tough? Thanks for coming to town meeting, and we'll see you next week.